Hi everyone, please take note of the following disclaimer. Please note that this video is for informational, educational, and entertainment purposes. It does not constitute financial advice. We are not registered financial advisors. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Time for another episode in the Covered Call ETF Battle Series for the Canadian listed Covered Call ETFs. And today the sector we're going to focus on is gold and silver, right? Materials. It's been, gold has been doing very, very well in 2025. So obviously this has been a highly requested episode, and we're going to cover all sectors, guys. Don't worry. Technology, healthcare, etc., etc. So we've done energy, we've done diversified Canada. So today we're going to do gold. So let's go through all the gold and now silver covered call ETFs in Canada. We'll try to really do a difference. I'm trying to tell you the difference between them, and then we'll do some total return comparisons as well. So let's start with CGXF. This is the CI Gold Plus Giants covered call ETF. It's been around for quite a long time. The fee is 65 basis points. And as far as I know, CI still has the same covered call strategy. At the money calls on 25% of the portfolio. So essentially you're giving up a quarter of the upside of this portfolio for those premiums. The yield is not that high. The trailing yield is about 6% or just under that. But as you could see from the quarterly distribution, so this is still the only provider, the only covered call provider in Canada that does quarterly distribution still. You could see that they've gone up over the quarters lately, and that makes sense. So this one holds almost all the gold producer covered call ETFs are going to hold a lot of the same stocks, guys. A lot of the big gold producers all around the world. So you'll see a lot of the same names throughout. So here's the first one. Next one is from Hamilton ETFs, AMAX. So this is the Hamilton Gold Producer Yield Maximizer ETF. Same thing, right? Holds those gold producers. The management fee is the same as well, I believe. Your standard 65 basis points. Yeah, 65 basis points. A lot of the same companies. Cover call strategy, like most of the yield maximizers, except for UMAX and HMAX, which do approximately at the money calls on 50% of the portfolio. This one does about 30% of the portfolio. So at the money at around 30%. So actually 5% more covered calls, if you will, same moneyness as CGXF. Once we look at the total returns, you'll see that the results will make 100% sense in that case. Before we continue, I'd like to tell you about Moomoo Canada, a DIY broker that always has some great welcome offers. For example, deposit $100, get $50 cash back. Deposit $5,000, get up to $300 cash back. 60 days of commission-free trades. They also offer 6% interest on your idle funds up to $10,000 balances. If you're transferring from another broker, you could get extra cash back, as you could see here. If you convert Canadian to US and vice versa, Moomoo is very, very competitive. Well, you can't get any more competitive than 0% fees versus other brokers that typically charge 1 to 1.5%. If you're doing options, Moomoo is also very, very competitive to other brokers as well. And there's many more features. One of the coolest ones is by far the AI chatbot. So Moomoo was one of the first brokers in Canada to introduce AI into their broker. We could ask it anything about certain stock and earnings and sentiment, etc., etc. There's also an auto buy feature as well, where you could schedule consistent buys for whatever ETF and on whatever day you want, which is very useful if you want to buy a little bit over time and make it all automated. And I strongly recommend to check out their desktop application. I'm always amazed on how fast and how cool their desktop app is. There's watch lists. You could check out what's going on in the market live. It's very, very quick. The transitions are flawless. There's screener tools. So I highly recommend it, everyone. You really have nothing to lose, right? Deposit that $100. Get $50 cash back and play around with it. I'm pretty sure you'll enjoy it. And just for PII members, as a special added bonus, if you deposit $1,000, you will get an additional $30 Amazon gift card. So check it out, guys. The link is in the video description below. I'll even pin it at the top. Just make sure to get all these features. You actually use the affiliate link and you'll have to see the PII/Mumu as you could see here at the top left. Next, we have GLCC. This is the Global X Gold Producer Equity Cover Call ETF. I believe it's the biggest and most popular one in terms of AUM, almost 600 million AUM. So again, a lot of the same story here. You have similar management fees, actually the same as the first two, 65 basis points. Gold producers, a lot of the same names you'll find. They have their own index for the producers as well. Oh, by the way, AMAX, I forgot to talk about the distribution yield. It's about 8% or something like that. And it has been going up monthly for the last little while, which of course makes sense because gold producers have been on a tear as well. So yields approximately, I believe right now, slightly under 8, so higher than CGXF. Gold miners, they are more volatile than gold itself, which is not very volatile, but you're not going to have crazy volatility, which means you're not going to have crazy yields here, guys, with these gold producers. So you see GLCCs at about just under 8 as well. And what's different about this one is they kind of follow their own index. They have their own index here. You could click on it to see the gold producers, but it's more or less a lot of the same names. And for this cover call strategy, they never go above 50% coverage, but the moneyness could vary. As we could see here, so Global X Canada is one of the only ones that actually discloses their coverage and moneyness every single month. And we see how crazy out of the money the call writing has been, just because the gold producers have been going up and up and up and up. So they've been writing a lot less calls, obviously, but still, just under 40% coverage, but really, really out of the money, which is making you capture a lot of upside for this one. They recently came out with a leveraged version, finally, GLCL. So this is actually the only leveraged gold producer cover call ETF in Canada. So it's simply GLCC with 25% leverage. If you look at the holdings, it's just 125% of GLCC. Surprised that they didn't increase the distribution. They increased it from 16.1. This is relatively new. It just came out in May 2025, and you see the increases here. I thought it was going to go to at least 25 cents. And unbelievable to me, the current yield on this one, and they don't display it here because it hasn't been a year yet. They're not allowed to, but the current yield is actually slightly lower than the non-leveraged one. So I do, that doesn't really make sense. The leveraged one of the same thing should have higher yield. So I expect the yield to go up, the distribution to go up in the next couple of months for sure. Global X also has a gold yield cover, just the physical gold. We covered the producers, but they also have, if you just want the physical gold, you don't want the gold producers, they have HGY, which is the Global X Gold Yield ETF. So this one simply holds a very big, popular physical gold ETF, GLDM, and they write cover calls on it. The difference, and this is the only, this and their silver one, which we'll check out a little bit later, they never go over 33% coverage with the cover call. So they don't write as much for the physical gold and physical silver one compared to all their other cover call ETFs where they could go up to 50%. So obviously gold a little bit less volatile, so you'll see a little bit less yield. But they've increased their distribution as well. It was mostly 6 cents for most of the year. Now they recently increased it to 8 cents, and I believe last year was 5 cents. So they've increased it as well a little bit. And in terms of physical gold cover call ETF, you have a newer one from BMO, ZWGD, the BMO covered call spread gold bullion ETF. So this one is physical gold as well, not the gold producers, and they don't write as much cover calls. They do a cover call spread strategy. Check out the latest, my latest Q&A video with BMO. That's all we talk about to get the full picture of how this ETF works. But essentially, they're giving up even less upside. Not much upside. The yield's only about 5%, of course, because if you're writing less calls or you're giving up less upside, you're going to get less yield. But it essentially holds the BMO Gold Bullion ETF, which is kind of like the GLDX or the GLD of Canada, if you will. And you'll actually see the cover call spreads here. So Global X is the only one that has a covered call silver, physical silver covered call ETF just came out. Did a video on it as well. You could check it out on my channel. The stock symbol is AGCC. So this just holds the the iShares Silver Trust ETF SLV, and they're doing covered calls on it, but they capping the coverage just like HGY at 33%. Right, you actually see that here. It's less than 33% coverage. The moneyness is gonna fluctuate. And by the way, forgot to mention it, but the management fee on this one and even the physical gold one, covered call ETF, is 60 basis points. The BMO one, I believe it's also, I think it's 65. If the MER is 73, then it's probably 65. Yeah, it's 65, actually a little bit more than the Global X one. So that's it for the gold producer and gold covered call ETFs. Now, if you're interested in you just want the gold bullion, I'll give you a few ETFs here just to take note. Just want the gold bullion, but you want a Canadian ETF, ZWGD is an option. If you want just the gold producers with no covered calls, you have GLDX from Global X, which holds gold producers, no covered calls. Pretty much the same companies in GLCC, but without the covered calls. BMO also has one, ZGD, and there's also HGGG from Harvest as well. Now, this one hasn't been, I couldn't find the total return for this one properly because it hasn't been out for a year. There's no performance data. But between the BMO one, ZGD, and the Harvest one, the BMO one is doing much better in terms of total returns. Now, I do want to, before we look at total returns, I do want to give an honorable mention to BASE from Evolve. So this is Evolve Global Materials and Mining covered call ETF. It's not just gold producers. There's other stuff as well that has to do with materials, but you know, and the yield is pretty high at 10%, but the performance hasn't been so great, which we're going to see right now. So if we do CGXF versus AMAX versus GLCC, we can't do GLCL because it hasn't been out for a year, versus HGY, the physical gold covered call ETF, and the gold versus just gold itself. So we're gonna do these four compared to just gold itself. I can't put this one in the mix because it hasn't been a year, so there's no data. But if we look at the total return comparisons now, you'll see, first thing you'll notice is that CGXF and AMAX are almost identical, and this actually makes sense that AMAX has slightly less return than CGXF, because if they're doing a little bit more covered calls, right, at the money at 30%, while CGXF is doing at the money 25%, and it's been a really, really good run for gold producers, while the AMAX is going to slightly underperform. That makes 100% sense. You see that GLCC is by far the winner in terms of gold producers. It's even outperforming the gold covered call ETF, and even just holding physical gold. We know that the producers are sometimes considered leveraged bet on gold, if you will. So GLCC by far the winner. So just like in the second episode battle when we did energy, looks like Global X really have the edge here when it comes to the energy and the gold producer cover call ETFs. It seems like they do it the best. And of course, I expect GLCL to even have higher performance because it's just GLCC with 25% leverage. So GLCC by far the winner, guys. You see HGY versus ZGLD. So you see that ZGLD is obviously outperforming because when you do covered calls on something that's rising rapidly, you're not going to capture all the upside. So it turns out that HGY has done about 25% less total return than just holding the gold, the physical gold. So there you go. Those are the total returns, everyone. And if you want to add BASE in the mix, so I'm just going to take out, for example, AMAX because it's very similar to CGXF. I'll add BASE, the Evolve one, in the mix, and you will see how extremely not that great performance it's been having since the common inception, right? If we do, could we do 1 year? Can we do 1 year? Yeah, you can see it's really, really behind either way. So not that great performance. I guess the other stocks in there relating to other stuff besides gold is not performing too well. So there you have it, everyone. Global X once again seems to be the winner in this one. They do energy really, really good. It seems like they're kind of doing a similar strategy or similar formula with the gold producers, and they're winning, right? And of course, now they finally have the leverage version GLCL as well. So yeah, these seem to be the big winners, and it comes to no surprise that GLCC, I believe, is Global X's, I think, the most biggest covered call ETF in terms of AUM. So it's doing really, really well. Give me a thumbs up, like the video, guys. It really helps. I would really, really appreciate it. Stay tuned for the next episode. Let me know what sector you want me to cover next. There's plenty of other sectors we still have to go through, like financials, Canadian financials, US financials, technology, healthcare. Let me know the episode you want to see next, and take care, everyone. Stay safe, stay passive, stay honorable. See you next time.